Welcome to Ghost Prime's Transformer Reviews. Today I'll be taking a look at Generation Select's Ricochet. This is the figure that just came out via Hasbro's Selects line that has the packaging in the cardboard box. It's a pretty neat figure. It has some nice paint. It's a repaint of the Generations, I believe it's Generations Combiner Wars Jazz figure. I don't have the Jazz figure, but I decided to pick up the Ricochet or Stepper. In Japan, he was known as Stepper originally. The original figure came out in 1987, was part of the Generation 1 Headmasters line. He was a Target Master and a repainted Jazz. I don't believe he was ever actually in the cartoon, but he did make an appearance in the comics. I believe in IDW as well. This figure has its problems, at least with mine. He is a bit floppy. I can't hold his piece, his big fist piece here in his hand. It keeps falling out. He won't hold it up on his shoulder. And this backpack's really loose. Overall, it's a very loose figure. Mileage may vary. One thing that is neat that he does come with his combiner port. So he is a combiner and can combine with a larger robot. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. All right, let's take a look at the packaging. So this is one of the brown box releases. He comes with the Titan Master wheel here that you could find on the Optimus Primal figure. He has some Cybertronian writing on the bottom here. If any of you guys could translate this and give it to me in comments, I would greatly appreciate it. There's the label and some more Cybertronian writing on the back. So to open them up, there's a perforated edge right here. Open it up, it says Transformers Power the Primes. Open up to a giant Autobot logo. Some images here under the side of the flap of some Cybertronian writing and the Matrix. And inside, this is where he was packaged. He's packaged in robot mode, his weapons, and the instructions. So as always, this is actually reversible as well, like the other one. I have not reversed it yet, but it will be. Now, also bear in mind, I got this from Amazon. Amazon is shipping them in their bags, the little ones, the bubbles. It does not offer a lot of protection. So if you look right here, you can barely see it, I do have a little box damage. Now, I think maybe the logic in this, not putting this in a larger box, is that this is just a shipping box. See some damage here too. So just be wary of that if you're ordering this off of Amazon. You'll probably get it in one of those boxes. And if you're heavy-handed mail carriers, they'll just crush them, which is unfortunate. And here we have the figure. So let me get him in the frame a little bit better. As you can see, he is a repaint of the Jazz figure from I believe it was either the Power of the Primes or the Combiner Wars. He comes with all the same pieces. He doesn't have anything new on him, but he does have this nice paint job. Now, he's a decent looking figure. He looks very nice. You want to take I don't have the Jazz version. I opted to keep my Reveal the Shield Jazz, which I think he looks fantastic, but here they are together. This separates them as characters for me on my shelf. For my own personal tastes, this is how I like to display them. I think it's very nice. Here he is next to the 2002 reissue of Ricochet. Now this, as you can see, is a Target Master. He does not come with a Target Master. He has the Combiner Wars fists there. I believe this is the same fist that comes with some of the other ones. I don't remember which one it is offhand. I'd have to look. He does not come with a Target Master. Now, if he were to come with a Target Master, it would probably be the one that came with Cyclonus originally, which is this one right here. This is my Cyclonus. This is also the one that came with the Legends version. I believe it's a Legends. So if you happen to have an extra one of these, he can hold this very nicely. Or he can hold one of the guys from the Siege line as well, so you can give him his partner. Very cool that he has compatibility with these other figures, so you could still complete the figure. So let's take a closer look at some of this. So if you take a close look at his head here, he has a really nice sculpted detail that is kind of washed out from the paint. I don't know if the paint's lathered on or the mold has degraded, but he just doesn't have that really nice crisp features. Also, the paint, I believe, the gold could have a little bit more metallic flake to it. It could be a much nicer color. They did go for a nicer color on the chest and on the pelvis here, but I still think that it could be a brighter kind of gold color, which would be very nice. He does have his blaster. And as I previously mentioned, the fist gun thing. So transformation on this guy's exactly the same as his Jazz counterpart. Let's go through articulation first. So articulation, he has shoulders, which is very cool. He also has 360 shoulders. Again, very nice articulation there. He does have swivel joints. Oddly enough, a wrist swivel, but it is hindered by this flap here. He has a waist joint, which, due to this actually being able to be moved, can go a full 360. His hips, he could do the full splits, front and back, 90 degrees at the knee. Nothing on the ankles. Maybe the toe, if you really want to go there. That's just for transformation, but I can't hold him, as you can see. His head is on a ball joint, but can't do much rotation or anything. But he can go a full 360 and look up and pop off, apparently. This is a problem I've had a couple times. A couple of these things keep popping off. It's not on there super tight. Okay, so now let's get to transformation. So first you want to fold his feet up. Take his back panel out. Pull up the chest from the two tabs that fit directly in here. Then he has these two little flaps. Push his head down. These little two flaps come up and out flat, forming the hood piece. Now you want to do this and make sure these are flat before pushing this all the way up, because this piece goes slightly under the window right here. That goes up like that. You have his waist here. It comes up and in. The legs do a very Combiner Warsy thing and open up like this and then collapse in. Probably should have done that first. And then snap. And same on the other side. Come together like so. Arms fold in on either side. And there you have his car form. Now, he has these other accessories. Of course, the fist. And that could peg on the little top peg here. Kind of giving him thrusters on the back. Yeah, he doesn't stay in very well for me either. He doesn't stay together very well. And then his gun, I like to put right here. So he looks pretty cool. Rolls decent. Having some trouble with this one, but it's just probably because this is a smooth surface. He actually rolls really nicely. Definitely one of the benefits of this guy is rolling really nicely. And here he is next to his Generation 1 counterpart. See if I can get that camera in on there a little bit better. Got the same detailing, same flames in the front and on the doors. He does not have the gold around the back wheel. There's no real spot for it.
gold rims, and actually looks really cool. This is supposed to have a sticker up here. I just don't have it applied with the gold right here. So he actually looks really good in this mode, I would say. Very nice. Very nice. Well, very nice, I think. I still think some of the gold could be shinier, but I do like the detail. The detail is very nice, which I appreciate. So, there we have the Generation Selects Ricochet or Stepper. So for some final thoughts on this guy.
So in conclusion, he's an okay figure. He's a little loose at the joints on mine. Like I said, the mileage may vary on that one. He looks good. It's an appropriate repaint for Jazz. He's a much cheaper than the Legends, the Japanese version. So he looks good on the shelf if you don't already have that. Also, if you want him for a combiner, he works with the combiners. These are all very good pluses. The downsides are the paint could be nicer, could have a nicer sheen to the gold. It's super floppy, at least my example. And the build quality doesn't seem to be that great. It's something that we've come to expect with the Selects line as of late, starting with the Megatron, which was much nicer than the wide release. You would think with the smaller release they would have some better QC on these. It is what it is. It does look nice. If you don't have the other ones, I would say to get this figure. If you like the black and white reverse Jazz, definitely pick them up. It's okay. Not great. Not terrible. Just okay. Anyway, till next time, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you then.